DMX is back on stage.
I'd give it a week.
Good for him. Drugs, man.
Crack.
Okay, this might
Poor
be
guy.
a little loud.
I got a story about him, too.
DMX, you know him?
No, but
He's from here. Are you from here?
No, not originally.
No.
I got a guy that I worked with whose brother was locked up with him, and he was his cellmate. And he punked the shit out of DMX. Dude.
Really?
Yeah.
So DMX is like...
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's sad.
that 2.5 Amigos.
Makes sense. He's probably sheltered.
These guys are loco.
After you make the money and
responsible, mature podcast.
you lose
This
the hood.
ain't it. If you're looking for a lot of drinking, random nonsense, stunts, and shenanigans, you've hit the jackpot. It's the 2.5 Amigos with your hosts, Albert, Scott, and Mark.
It's doing promos.
Promos. Got him.
Okay.
Boom. Promos. Live at the Cash Now Home Studio. Cash Now Homes. Buy or sell homes fast. What's wrong?
No, go ahead.
Oh. Sell homes in less than 7 days. Call 602-975-3920 or go to cashnowhomesaz.com. Make your home goals possible. Expanse Real Estate Team looking to sell your next home, buy your next home. Contact the Expanse Real Estate Team at gmail.com. Looking for studio time to record podcasts, stand-up act, jokes, writing, or social media filming content. Absurd Broadcasting at gmail.com for special prices and schedules today. Searching for custom t-shirts, decals, and other items that you need for your personal or business needs. Check out Redhead Printing on Facebook, redheadprinting at gmail.com. Use Amigos and to save 10% on your next order.
Ooh, fancy.
Boom.
So joining us today is Michael Cardoza, a local Phoenix comedian, a podcaster yourself.
Yep.
Awesome.
Just started.
Nice.
Started.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we started a year ago, and we had the idea, the Fermunda show, but we were really having some. It's kind of embarrassing because
it's not. Don't worry.
I'm a technical guy.
Yeah.
But we couldn't figure out the technical aspects of the podcasting thing,
Okay.
like how to get it on iTunes and all that other
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
shit. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it literally took us a year to figure it out. So technically, new.
Yeah, we are new.
Yeah.
We just started yesterday, too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Don't worry. Coming up soon, it's a new year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? So it's going to be
Year 2.
year 2 of
On the podcasting network, we're about 7 episodes in.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I mean, once your first couple, those are your rough ones.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's like
Go back to
you're
hearing
like
our
what
first
do I
one.
do with my hands kind of thing, and like I mean, once you get like through that kind of feel of it,
La 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 la.
yeah. See, like that. Once you get through it and like feel like fuck it,
Yeah.
then you're fine.
I have to force myself to smile
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I listen to myself and I really sound monotone. Like,
Yeah.
on there. Like
Yeah.
I just sound boring, man.
Don't worry. I mean,
But because I'm more of I'm a video guy, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Do you
used to
do
being
video
on-
yet or no?
Well, I have tons of videos on YouTube,
Yeah.
and comedy
Okay.
sketches that I've
Yeah, yeah.
directed, wrote everything, and acted
Yeah.
in them and stuff. So I mean, I have experience in acting. So when I'm in front of a camera, like I kind of know like my facial expressions, and
Well, I'm
especially
glad
on
we went
stage,
live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we live? We're
Yes,
live.
we are.
Yeah.
We are
Okay. Good.
live. Yes.
Good.
We have Paco, which I want to talk to you about that. He said, "What up, jerks?"
What's up, Paco?
Josh Harrison is tuning in.
What's up, Josh?
I'm a little disappointed in Paco and his tamale eating, though.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
as a Mexican, I'm a little offended. So
Me too.
yeah,
Did you hear of the shenanigans that happened after him and his tamale eating?
I did not.
Do you mean him in the contest or no?
Yeah. So that's what you're
Is that
talking
what
about,
you're
right?
talking about, the contest?
Oh,
Contest
yeah,
where he only ate
yeah.
like
Yeah.
3. Well, he actually let's rephrase it. He ate all of them, but he only
After
ate 3
it was over.
during
My kids can eat 3 tamales.
afterwards shenanigans. I got him to try sour cream on his tamale.
Oh wow, I've never tried that.
Dude, Ruby loves that.
Does she?
Oh my gosh, she's always eating them now.
Ah,
my wife.
So she just tried?
Yeah, she just tried them a while back ago when we talked about it, and now every time she's eating tamales, she pours the sour cream.
Oh,
I'm like, oh my God, get out of here.
We sold it.
Get out of
we
here.
did. Yes, we did.
I hate sour cream in general.
Yeah, I'm not a dairy guy. I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, okay. There you
I
go.
can't do any dairy at all.
Makes sense.
Nope.
So he's a
no
no
for
on
you.
the.
Yeah.
He's a no.
So I
just
did
put-
want to talk to you about. It looks like they coerced you into trying some hot sauce recently.
Yes.
So the Scorpion, we've actually tried. They've got us to try that hot sauce as well.
Oh, yeah.
How was your experience with that Scorpion hot sauce?
I saw the video.
Dude, it was bad because I don't do salsa. I mean, I normally don't do salsa or any type of hot sauce or anything like that because I'm just one of those Mexicans that doesn't like salsa as much because I think it takes away from the flavor of the food. You know what I mean? But now I'm real big on like Louisiana hot sauce.
Oh, okay.
Tabasco sauce, things. I like that limey.
Oh,
tangy
yeah.
flavor, you know.
Tabasco says how's that?
So I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. And I was, sometimes you just gotta do some things, put your balls out there, and just give it a shot,
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're not gonna have you do any hot
That's
sauce.
cool. Thank you.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually did some spicy chocolate bars over there
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
at the
Tamale
Tamale
Festival.
Festival,
They
yeah.
weren't that bad, though.
No.
Yeah, they were Paco
I
bought
was
those.
let down. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't
Paco's
that
always
spicy.
trying to get us to do spicy stuff
Yeah.
all the time.
We
You know,
did.
Mexicans always say that white people eat more spicy stuff than Mexicans do.
I disagree with that.
You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
Well,
I
this
grew-
guy can eat hot
yeah,
sauce.
I can.
This white guy cannot.
Cannot.
Okay.
No, so I did that.
So it's a stereotype for sure.
I did, I did the one that you did.
Yeah, the scorpion.
That one. I did it on a chip, and
What'd you
everyone was wow.
Tell them completely about it.
So what happened was, everyone was doing like a drop, right? My chip had a pool in it, and I took the whole thing. I didn't know because I thought it was because everyone was saying it wasn't too bad. Like it was one person. I think maybe it was you that said it wasn't too bad, which he can do hot sauce.
Yeah.
Somebody said it wasn't too bad. So when I did it, I did the whole chip.
Oh, God.
And then Albert looked at me. He's like, "You did the whole fucking chip."
I did a little bit
And I was
too, and I was
like-
like,
and I
"Oh
was-
shit, that's
It
spicy.
is really
That's
hot, though.
freaking spicy."
He's like, "You did the whole," and I don't do spicy shit. So I was like, well, I felt like fucking like Will Ferrell when he gets shot in the neck, and like, what do you mean? What's wrong?
Yeah. Am I going to die?
Am I gonna die?
That was fucking awesome. You took the whole chip.
Is this bad? That's how I felt. I felt like that. So I was that, and I'm like, and I was like, and then fire trucks were going off, right? And I'm like,
everywhere.
fuck, dude. So I run to the kitchen. Okay. We're at my house when we weren't here at this time.
Yeah,
at this place.
Drink some milk?
No, I went to the kitchen. I was throwing up in the sink. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like throwing up?
Yeah, like, nah, this is not good. It's out.
It made me salivate.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was just spitting up like a lot of saliva.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
We
it was
did.
not good.
Me and Mark. We did what is it? The
Spicy Death Nut Challenge.
the Death Nut Challenge.
What is that?
It's it's just
that's why we have
five little
box
sections
out.
of
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
Peanuts?
Yeah.
Okay.
and the more you do, the hotter they get.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so, and then it's you gotta follow some rule. I think you gotta chew it for 15 seconds, and then for 90 seconds you hold on, and then you eat the next little batch.
Reminds me of hot Cheetos.
Oh my,
you know?
my god, those
Like you
worst.
start eating hot Cheetos, you're like, it's not that bad. But then if you keep going, they're like, damn, this is hot.
starting to get hot.
And then
Yeah.
the last one is, do the same thing, and then you gotta wait for 5 minutes without doing
Okay.
anything. But that one,
la-
that
yeah,
one is
the-
the worst.
It's 13 million Scoville units.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I was,
crazy.
like, after like a minute, I was like, fuck.
No, I think you went longer than that.
Okay,
You went
maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, you were like halfway there.
Yeah,
You're like,
and then I
fuck
was
it. I'm
like,
like,
this,
you
I'm
were almost
done.
there.
I started
remember
eating
saying
ice
you
cream.
were almost
this guy
there.
took the whole 5
He
minutes
went
at
the
the
whole.
end.
He went the whole way.
But you know something, dude?
I didn't even do it because I'm a pussy.
The worst was later on that night.
That night.
Oh my god, dude, my stomach was freaking hurting.
You know what I noticed? That's a good point right there that you made. Because when I went home and I took a piss, my dick hole was burning from the salsa.
really?
Yeah, I don't understand how that happened.
That wasn't the salsa.
Now you wish you went Back to the Future to like, get rid of that bad mistake.
I was like, why is this happening?
Right.
So what's your podcast about?
So Travis Minor, who's another
There you
local
go.
comedian, we also worked together, and we decided, you know what, like he had a passion project that he wanted to do. Actually, the podcast that we're doing now is kind of like different than what he had originally thought of doing.
Okay.
But you know, I mean, being a creative control freak and stuff, I was like, let's just do this. And he's like, all right. But he wanted to interview people who had interesting jobs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, and just ask and kind of go into their lives and ask them, like, you know, what is their job like and things of that nature. And then we wanted to actually do video with it and have like interviews like on site and stuff. Cool. So I was just like, this could be a lot of work, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I'm the only video guy, so I'm going to be doing all the work.
Yeah.
But we decided we're just going to kind of start off small and invite people over, and we do it in his mom's basement.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
you know,
I saw that. It kind of looked like it was you guys were downstairs somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's pretty cool. But you know, when we first started, we were just talking.
Okay.
We didn't really have a structure.
Okay.
We were just bringing up certain topics, and we spend the whole hour just talking about that topic.
Right. Okay.
But now it's pretty cool because we get on Reddit and we look up people that need relationship advice.
Oh yeah.
Or parenting advice.
Yeah.
And being that I've like been separated from my wife 3 times and nearly divorced, I give the best relationship advice. Okay.
Nice.
And Travis is not a father, so he gives the best parenting advice. So it's
awesome.
You know, it's got a comedy twist, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we do strange news.
Okay.
So we look for stories that are, you know, from NPR or Fox or whatever from around the world.
Yeah.
And we look for the most strangest stories.
Okay,
and
cool.
we talk about them. And then he's really good at research. Travis is like he's you know, he did really well in college. So I didn't go to college, but he looks at the stories and he'll actually come back with more material in
than
relation.
than just what the story said.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So
we have this podcast that we did about cannibal ants. And there was this colony of ants that were they got stuck and they weren't able to get out to go find food, so they were eating each other.
Oh wow!
And he
Donner Party.
Yeah, he did his research on ants and all this stuff, and I was just like, dude. Ants are scary as shit, man. They're scary.
They outnumber the fuck out of us.
Yeah,
like after this episode, I'm scared of fucking ants.
Yeah, he pretty much what he found out was that if an ant was bigger than what it really is, they would be the most dangerous species on the planet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know?
If they were bigger than what they are right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they can weigh, like, how much can they lift? Like 10 times their weight.
Their weight or something
right?
like that.
So
Pretty
like,
much,
fuck, dude, like. They were bigger.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're
Fuck
like eating
everybody
each
up.
other, and they looked different after they were eating each other. They started looking different.
Oh,
really?
Like they got all
What?
like big black butts and like you got to see the pictures of them.
shit.
Holy
I would totally here. Let me see. I should
Wow,
pull my
that's insane.
Instagram up. and
Dude,
stuff.
that's pretty cool.
They didn't look like normal ants.
Really?
They
Oh,
looked
shit.
evil as fuck.
They look like La Fonda at the club.
LaFonda.
Big black butts.
Look at this shit.
La Fonda.
Oh,
What the
shit.
hell?
Is that their butts or is that
Yeah,
their...
and then their
Like
legs
their-
look
like
like
their
spiders,
fingers.
like spider legs, dude.
Oh my god!
Wow.
After they started eating
Wicked,
themselves.
man.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is fucking insane.
Yeah,
Wow,
That's crazy.
cannibal ants.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, crazy shit, man. But yeah, we find interesting stories, so
Cool.
we just talk about them and whatnot. But
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
And you said you guys have 7 episodes,
so far, 7 episodes
and you guys come
officially.
out. How much you guys try to put out an episode every?
Every Monday.
Okay.
But
Okay.
because of the holidays, I think
Yeah,
we did
I
it
know.
on a Wednesday on Christmas, and then we're gonna do another one on Wednesday. For
Yeah,
New
the
Year's Day.
holidays got us all
Yeah,
messed
fuck
up.
Yeah, it
those.
does. I know.
Hate the holidays,
The
man.
holidays.
As soon as we started grinding into the holiday, like we dropped, we had to redo an episode with
yeah.
Derek McFarlane
Yeah.
because the audio again, we're trying to figure the technical stuff out.
Yeah.
We got a new piece of audio equipment, the mixer, and
I got that same mixer.
we didn't know how to work it at first, and it didn't know how to work us at
Yeah,
first. So
it fucked everything up.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had to get him back in. So then that prolonged an episode, and
I feel you. Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
Growing pains.
Same with
Yes.
us.
Growing pains forever, it
Yep.
seems.
But once you get it going, it's like it's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy. It's just like cookie cutter. Like there's a template made. You guys have a structure.
Yeah.
You already know
Yeah.
what you're getting into, and it's just a lot easier that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
right.
It has been. Yeah.
Yeah.
The beginning was pretty rough for us too when we started.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It still is.
We just turned the mic on and started talking. We didn't really.
We didn't have any agenda or anything.
No.
Yeah.
Beginning when we started, yeah.
Most successful podcasts, from what I heard and researched, is that the ones that have some sort of structure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Rogan doesn't really have much of a structure.
But he has big name guests.
But he has big name guests.
So
he doesn't need a structure.
Yeah, you can just roll with questions on big name guests.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and they're interesting topics that he brings up.
Yeah.
So that is his structure basically.
Right.
But if you don't have that, then you have to have some
structure. You do.
Mm-hmm.
Take note of that, Albert.
So how was your you brought up, we just had Christmas. How was your Christmas? Did you have a good Christmas? Or
it was good. Yeah. This is the first year. The first year that we spent here as a family locally, because we usually travel.
Yeah.
We usually go to El Paso, Texas.
Oh, very
That's where
cool.
most of my family is. Most of her family, actually, all her family is all there.
Oh, okay.
But a topic that I brought up to you earlier before we started the show was that I celebrated 3 years sobriety.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
So
good job.
not drinking and I miss smoking weed, but I chose not to smoke weed because I got a marijuana DUI.
What?
In Scottsdale. Yeah.
No way.
Well, that's why. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
They don't
man.
believe in it.
How long ago was that? If you don't mind me asking.
A little bit over a year now.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah,
A
so-
marijuana DUI.
I mean, I could still smoke. I just choose not to.
Yeah. And is it the same repercussions as a alcohol DUI?
Yeah.
Yeah, was
Really?
it bad? Yeah, that bad?
It was exactly the same. Actually, they gave me the bare minimum punishment for a regular DUI. It's minus the thing that you blow into
Yeah,
your
the
breathalyzer.
breathalyzer,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Do you mind if I ask a couple questions on that?
go for it.
How long was it from when you smoked to you getting pulled over and them testing you for it?
Like 2 hours, maybe.
Okay, so
Really?
they smelled it on you, and that's maybe why.
We were smoking in the car.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So 2 hours prior, you were smoking in the car, and then they.
Yeah, and then you know what? It makes me so mad when I think about it because it could have easily
We're
been
stirring
avoided. It could have been avoided because
Yeah.
the guy that I was with, he brought a bunch of it because he had a card, but he had like a bunch of marijuana in his backpack, and we were smoking. And luckily, he was going to give me some for free because he's my boy and stuff. He's like, I'm gonna hook you up. I was like, all right, but I told him I was like, you know what, just wait till I drop you off at home, and then I'll take it. Like I don't want to put it in my car and like that. So luckily, I did that. Because he claimed full responsibility for the marijuana.
He had the card.
That he had,
because he had the card.
This is mine.
They let him go, so he was walking home, and he's like, "Fuck, give me." Yeah, and the reason why I got caught was because we went to go pick up his paycheck at a club in Scottsdale because he was the DJ, and
So if you would have gone there, you would have.
yeah, and it was like 1 a.m. He was like, "Hey, can you stop by the club so I can pick up my paycheck
So
and my
they're,
boss?"
so they're looking.
Who's going to cash your paycheck? Can we go tomorrow?
Yeah, dude.
for real? Like, where
I
can you
really
go?
didn't want to go. I was just like, man, I'm tired, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go home. And
1 in the morning.
Yeah, 1 in
Wow,
the
you
morning.
had bad vibes, dude.
It was one of those. It was
Yeah.
like a bad choice, man.
Yeah.
And then I turned the corner to go to where I was going to. I don't remember what club it was. And I went outside of the lane. I made a right turn, went outside of the lane, and then went back into the lane. They pulled me over. The guy thought I was drunk, actually. He's like, "Are you sure you haven't been drinking?" I was like, "Sir, two years sober at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't drink, man." And then
Showed him your chip.
So
Sorry, dude.
so do they have a breathalyzer for that yet?
No, they don't.
No,
they
right?
have to do a blood test.
Well, we've had stories about that on our.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, they're coming out with those,
So
but-
then basically they actually arrested you.
They arrested me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the smell of marijuana.
They made me do the sobriety
Okay.
check, the test, which I passed with flying colors. And then,
For being drunk, right?
yeah, the
Yeah,
same
okay.
because they make you do it.
Do
It's
the
like
same
It is
protocol,
the same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Okay.
Walk the line or whatever.
Yep.
Blah blah blah.
everything. And then I was nervous as hell, man, because there was like 4 or 5 cops around me.
Oh yeah,
and they were
bringing him back up.
Yeah,
and,
man, and they all had their hands in their weapon and stuff.
Yeah,
And I'm
like dude.
and I'm just sitting there like this the whole time, dude.
Yeah.
And the guy's just like, you can relax a little bit. And I'm like, nope.
Hell no.
yeah, you guys are. You guys have guns. I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you supposed to relax?
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
So I was being very cooperative. I got in the car. They took me to the jail. And then the cop was like so cool with me that he told the guards there, he was like, "Hey, treat this guy good because
He's
he's
being
cooperative."
Yeah,
Like,
he's good.
so they let me have my cell phone in the cell, dude.
Oh, they did.
No way.
Which I thought was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
That
weird.
is
That is
fucking weird.
very weird.
I'm like texting people. I'm on Facebook.
Okay, so hold on. How many
Live from jail.
Yeah.
how many packs of cigarettes did you get for letting other people use them?
Yeah. No, I was in there with one other guy who was drunk off his ass, and he was a doctor.
Really?
And he was on his 3rd DUI.
Oh shit!
And he had his own. He was going to lose his practice for sure. He's like, I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. Yeah.
Damn, that's
He's got the money to fight it.
Probably.
It's his 3rd one though. He's gonna lose his license.
He's got a fucking coupon ticket. He gets one free.
Get out of jail free card.
Yeah, he's got 2 of those already. His 3rd one is done. His punch card's out of fucking punches.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then I had to do.
So they give you a blood test?
Like 10. Yeah.
Yeah. How'd they know? Like.
Well, they make you do a blood test, and then the cop that arrested me is a phlebotomist too. So, so he's like,
so
I'm gonna administer the test as well. So I was like, fuck.
He was itching to do it though. You know, those phlebotomists. My wife went she went to school for medical assisting, but she practiced phlebotomy. So she was like, I can't wait to stick a needle in somebody. Like, just let me get to the next one. So she would always do all the blood at any of the doctors that she worked at because she would always like to do it.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I could just see if she's all itchy about it.
He probably was too.
Yeah. He was like, I just can't wait.
I just wonder what they get. Like, he could have let me go. Like, it wasn't that bad, And I have no priors. I've never been arrested in my life.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And with that, is there a limit on it, or is it just if you're
high, you have it in your system, or you don't? That's it.
That's it. Okay. There's no
there's
So you either get it, or you like if it's in your system, you get it.
That's it.
Regardless.
That's it. Yep. And they treat it just like a regular DUI.
Wow. That's fucked up.
And I couldn't fight it.
Arizona.
There was no way of fighting it.
Yeah, because
they
you
took
have
the
it or
blood
you don't.
sample.
Yeah, you already fucked.
Especially with the blood sample. That's always.
But the blood, the fucked up thing about the blood sample is it's always in your system, right?
For at least 30.
Well,
30 days.
I think it's 90 days. Or
Yeah, like you're fucked regardless if it's in your system.
Yeah.
You've done it.
But that's why I quit smoking, because if I got pulled over and it's on my record, and let's say I run a stop sign or something stupid,
Yeah.
And they decide to do a blood test
you again.
Well, they're gonna red flag you and be like, "Hey, this guy smoked in the past.
let's test him again." Yep.
Yeah, he has a DUI already. Let's see if he's got another one.
I'm clean now though.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Well, you got 2 choices at that point. It's either
gun it.
you stop smoking like you did.
Yeah.
You
Sorry,
don't run
not that
from
one. Not that one.
Gun it.
Gun
You
it.
smoke all you can and just make sure you have enough money for Uber, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
That's a lot of
Oh,
money.
that's what the DJ should have done.
But that kind of sucks. Even if you haven't smoked for, let's say, 2 weeks, and you run a stoplight, and they just say, okay, well, we're gonna test you anyways.
Yeah.
Well, that's tough.
I mean, I got into a car accident about, I would say, 9 months after my DUI was already like taken care of, and I was nervous, man. Even though I wasn't like smoking anymore or whatever, I was still nervous. But the cop didn't check me or nothing.
Oh, really?
So I was like, okay, cool.
Okay, sure.
Let me go.
Yeah, the guy that you got was just being a dick.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It was one of those.
Following protocol.
Well, I mean, and then if there was 4 cops ended up being there, they came in later.
Scottsdale, though.
He was probably just showing out for
Yeah.
the cops and stuff, like
One cop pulls you over, he calls the other 3 horse cops to come over.
Yeah.
Because, Scottsdale still does that shit.
He could have let me go, though.
Fucking
Yeah.
ponies
Just
wandering
thinking
around
about
with
it.
sirens on.
That sucks.
Stupid.
Yeah, then I had to get my car out of impound.
I know, dude.
Oh,
And then
my
I
God.
my buddy that was in the car got me out. He went and took me out, and then I spent the night on his couch. His wife was pissed, dude. Oh my God, I had to deal with their arguing all night.
Why was she mad? Because
he had to go pick you up.
Because she was mad at him because he
she
put me
got
in that
you in
situation.
trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good then.
Okay,
That's
okay.
good.
Yeah. She was cool.
Okay.
And then
I thought you were getting scolded by his
Yeah. I
wife.
was like, wait a minute.
This isn't
Why?
This isn't right.
How are you in trouble or something weird going on there?
And then the next morning, I went to the impound, and then when I get there, they were like, "Well, we need proof that you own the vehicle." I was like, "Well, my proof's in the car."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, where is it?" So they were looking for it, and like, "Oh, we couldn't find it." And I'm like, "Fuck."
Oh my.
So luckily, I was working at the car dealership that I got the car at. I was working at the car dealership at that time, and it was like a couple blocks down from the impound.
So you went there.
So I got an Uber and just went up to the car dealership, talked to my buddies. Hey, give me some paperwork or whatever. Went back, got the car. That was the big pain in the ass. I finally got out of there. It took like 4 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah, and then
that.
did my time, the jail time.
Yeah.
And was
how long do you have to do? Not to be.
Well, you're supposed to do 24 hours.
Yeah,
but they got me out in like 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good because like you were already there beforehand, right? So maybe that was time. Right?
Served,
no,
maybe?
no. They just it's whenever they feel like it. Like if they're just tired of you being there, or there's like they told me you go on a Friday after 7:00 because that's when most people go
because they get too full.
They get too full and they'll just kick people out. Yeah,
nice.
So that's what I did.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And I was stuck in there with this like a bunch of dudes, and this is the kicker right here. So they found out I was a stand-up comedian, and I'm in the DUI holding tank with like 15 guys, right?
Yeah.
And they were just like, "Oh yeah, tell us a joke."
Of course.
Fuck, dude.
Sure. Put me on the spot.
And then, of course, there's one ringleader, right? And he's like the big cholo who's like punking everybody.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, come on, dude, tell us a joke." I was like, "Fuck." So I tell him one joke, and everybody fucking laughs. And he's just like, "All right, get up. And they made me stand up on top of the bench. And I did a whole set, like 10, 15-minute set in front of these dudes, man. And the fucking cop was like, "Hey, keep it down over there." Fucking guard and shit, pounding on the door. And then in comes the fucking homeless guy that was a drunk.
How good did he smell?
He smelled horrible, but
I believe
but
it.
he was addicted to gel packets. Those the peanut butter and jelly packets that you squeeze in the bread.
Really?
He didn't care for the apple, the bread, nothing. He just wanted the packets, right?
What
He wanted the jelly. He wanted it
Yeah, it was
wing off
weird.
his.
That is weird.
I found out that's actually a meth thing.
Yeah, the
People that are,
sugars.
there
Oh,
are people that are
really?
addicted to meth. They like the packets for some
Really?
reason. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he was passed out the whole time, and the only time that he woke up, other than to eat, which was much later, was when these two guys were talking about bringing in drugs. Because he was like, "Dude, you can bring in pills, you can bring marijuana, you can bring heroin." And then right when he said,
You brought a phone in.
"Yeah, no, well, at the
Oh,
other,
that was the other one,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is already you going.
This is a
Really?
this is when I
jail.
had to do my time." Yeah.
So he woke up.
So he woke up because he heard the word heroin,
Oh,
and he goes, "Did somebody say heroin?"
Of course it is. It's like this.
Yeah, dude, his fucking ears perked
Yeah.
up and shit. It was like,
oh my god.
dude, he was so excited when he jolted up like it was like morning time.
Oh
dude.
my god.
Like,
Dude,
man,
that
go
is-
the fuck to sleep, man. Nobody got heroin.
Well. Now, why were they saying that? Don't they pat you down really good?
Not really. It's because they don't make you strip down.
Oh, they don't.
They pat you
At jail,
down.
at
but-
jail they don't.
they
It's
don't make-
prison
Oh.
they do.
Yeah, prison
Yeah.
they do, but not
So
in jail.
jail-
Not in
really?
DUI.
Yeah, not when you go into the
But
holding
if
tank and all
if
that
they
stuff.
find on you in jail,
Oh, you're done. Yeah,
you're
Yeah.
done. They're gonna
That's
they're gonna
time.
get charges on you.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how
So
they
it's a
get you.
risk.
Yeah.
It's kind
Just
of
keister it, guys.
Keister it up.
Yeah, but
Mark
I
knows.
remember being in there, and there was some guy that was just talking shit to the guards because he was just like tired of being in there, and I don't know if he was mentally ill or something like that, but he was just like, "Fuck you, let me out of here."
Oh my god.
And I'm like, dude, he's gonna make it worse on
Yeah,
yourself,
I know,
man.
I
Like, just
know.
shut the fuck up, you know. Do your time, get out.
Yeah.
Fuck
I'll
out.
never see you again, bro. Like that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I find it
Crazy.
hilarious that you did a 10 to 15 minutes set
Right there.
in jail.
Yeah, that shit was cool.
That would be cool.
So,
practice.
do you have a joke in your thing now that you tell when you go and do stand
No,
up?
I'm working on it. I
should,
haven't
Oh, there
done it
should
yet.
be a complete
Yeah.
joke
For real.
about that.
It's like, well, stand up is probably the hardest thing that I've ever done.
Yeah, I can
And
only imagine.
It's really tough because like it's something just in your brain that you just have to unlock. That's all
Yeah,
it is,
yeah.
you know. But it takes a long time. It's like muscles, you know, when you're like stiff and you go to
Yeah.
work out and then you're like, oh, it fucking hurts, and you do like 3 reps and you're like, I'm done. You
Yeah.
know? But then if you work out more,
Well, yeah.
you're doing like 10, 15
Yeah,
reps. It's the
yeah.
same thing with comedy
Yeah.
in your brain. So like last night was interesting because like a lot of the jokes that I do are they're structured and they're already written down and I have them in my head and I'm already like boom, 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 boom. Okay, punchline, and then
Okay.
you know repeat it,
Yeah.
repeat
Yeah.
the next joke or whatever. And when I interview comics who have been doing it for 20 plus years, they have a different approach mentally, and they're like, okay, structure is cool and written jokes are cool. But when you get to a point where you're comfortable on stage and you have a lot of material, you play around with that stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
You tweak it one way or another.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
And I'm starting to barely do that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm in 3 years now.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say. So you've been in 3 years. Wow, yeah.
So
that's good.
what got you into comedy?
Well, I was depressed for a really long time because my dad had passed away. My marriage was in shambles. It was just really bad for me at the time. And I didn't know what I was going to do. So I tried therapy. You know, therapy didn't work. That's another joke I'm working on too. Because the therapist, I'm calling the therapist up, trying to tell the therapist that I'm not going to make it because I got some family issues and some shit's going down. And the reason I'm in therapy is because of my wife. And she's in the background yelling at me, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" And I'm like, "I'm talking to the therapist. I'm trying to cancel the fucking appointment." And then she's just like, yeah, it's stupid. But she was going back and forth, you know. And I'm like, so this is why I'm in therapy, dude, because of this shit, you know.
So is she a jealous type?
No, not my wife. No, she's not. No. She's not jealous at all. She doesn't.
I just mean like I'm just wondering why she was curious on what you were talking about.
It had to do with the kid and me staying home and taking care of him because he was sick and I had made an appointment.
Yeah, is it the doctor or whatever?
Yeah, and I had to cancel. But if you cancel last minute, they charge you $60 and all that shit.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's all they want, dude. And it's
money.
And I'm pouring my heart out to this therapist, and she's not giving me anything in return.
Yeah,
like, I don't feel different.
Yeah,
right.
You know. So
she's just in the corner drawing little
note.
fucking bunnies.
Yes, exactly.
The wife is doing that.
No,
the therapist.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
The therapist just writes you a script. Here's Zoloft, and
that's
all she's doing.
That's all she cares about, man.
Of course.
And
bunnies.
I didn't
fucking
feel
bunnies, dude.
Fucking bunnies, dude.
But fucking bunnies.
But fucking bunnies.
I just didn't feel the connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it happened or, you know, where this dude got my email from, but out of nowhere I got this email said, oh, you think you're funny? And I was just like, yeah, I fucking do think I'm funny, man. I know I'm funny, man.
Yeah.
I love making people laugh, dude, right? So I opened the email up, and it was like, try comedy. You know, we have a comedy class. It's being held at the Tempe Center for the Arts, yada, yada, yada. So I read the email, and I registered, and it was like the first hour was free or whatever. So I show up to the class, and I checked it out. And it was a little awkward. You know, I'm not really, like, one of the comics that I had met there were all new.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And they make you do some really fucking weird shit. And I think he makes you do all that shit just so you can, you know, it's kind of like a
get out of your
box,
box,
get
out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
or get out of your
rite
box.
of passage.
Yeah, and get out of your box too.
Yeah.
So you know, you break out of that comfort zone, but it makes you do improvisation. So he's like, all right, so I want you to get in front of the class, and I want you to pretend that you're a squid out of water, and you're doing some Christmas shopping. And you just ran into a famous person. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Like squid Christmas shopping, you read.
It sounds like improv.
So it's like this.
Yeah, it's like
that's,
improv,
that's what he
right?
says. So you're doing this.
Yeah. So you're doing weird shit in front of the class, right?
Right? You're doing that, and you get
Yeah, exactly.
like that. Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with comedy, you know, but it does.
Right.
In a way, you know. So as long as you get past that first initial class, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to try it again. So I ended up paying for the whole course, and I was like, I'm going to try the 5 weeks, I'm going to do it. And then once we broke into it, he like told the class when, you know, towards like the middle, he was like, look, the reason why I make you do all that shit is because it's bullshit. And he's like, but I want to see who's fucking really going to come back.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
I came back.
Yeah.
And I tried it, did my first show at Tempe Center for the Arts. I got it on video.
Really?
And
Whoa,
I look back and I just cringe. It's that bad. I'm wearing a suit and a fedora, and I'm like, why the fuck was I dressed up? like it was a recital and shit.
Was that required?
No,
Probably not. No. You were the one who dressed up. That's
Dress
awesome.
up. I got my family coming, you know. It was so stupid. Oh,
awesome.
man. But yeah, no, that was my introduction to comedy, man.
Oh, wow.
And you know
really
what? I
cool.
felt so much better doing that than I did talking to a fucking therapist.
Yeah.
Because now I tell people I tell strangers my problems, dude.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's the same thing. That's basically what comedy is in a sense. You basically
In a fedora.
in a
fedora and a suit.
Oh my god, I used to make
Unload
fun of me
that
because of that shit.
Unload it.
Unload it, dude.
Unload it.
Yeah, and then what I started doing, because the instructor, this was years ago, by the way. This was like my first year of comedy because I don't do the classes anymore. But the instructor told me, he was like, hey, man, all those really cool like comedy sketches that you do on YouTube, you need to translate that into your stand-up.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out how to do it because like it's different. It's so different to act on, a scripted.
People there, right? Like,
because it's like, am I going to perform my sketch?
Yeah.
How am I going to do it? So last night I finally did one.
Oh, you did?
I finally did one, and I was like, "Oh fuck, dude!" And they loved it.
Oh, really?
Good. And I'm like, "Damn, okay, finally breaking out of my shell now."
Yeah.
And I have a ton of sketches that I did, and I think they're hilarious. I got like one where you call the customer service line. You get that automated video or automated sound that's like, we have a new system. Press 2 for this or whatever. Like you no longer you can say the command rather than typing it in or whatever.
Right.
So I have a crazy sketch about that. And it builds up into frustration. And I'm like cussing out the fucking machine. And it's like, yeah. So I really embrace relatable topics, and it's me being Hispanic but not being able to speak Spanish is a big thing. And
sorry, my wife.
I didn't mean to laugh. Because I'm not Hispanic, but I can relate.
Yeah,
because I don't know Spanish.
You're a quarter.
I don't know Spanish.
But yeah, relatable topics, man. That's a big thing.
So
for me.
are you going to be doing a lot more of the sketches?
I think I am. Yeah,
Nice,
I'm going to start doing
nice.
more sketches. I'm telling you, I got tons of sketches on YouTube.
Nice,
That'd
nice.
be good. Yeah, that'd be
Because a lot of the comedians like Martin, they when they do their stand-up, they do a lot of like the little sketch talk. One person. They, like,
That's what I do. Yeah, I do that, and I
That
play
shit
my
is
own.
funny, though.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
hilarious, and I love shit like that. And
That's pretty cool.
I have this one sketch where I'm sitting in the car and I'm talking to myself.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
playing both characters, right?
That's what
and
pretty cool.
it was big at the time because of the topic. Because I'm really into hip hop music.
Okay.
Like I love '90s rap. And they were doing
Probably
like
all of us here.
Dude, I love '90s anything, like anything '90s. I'm
Yeah.
a bit, but especially hip hop because I
yeah.
grew up listening to hip hop and
Yep.
stuff. And there was an incident where they were going to make Mariah Carey an honoree, like a hip hop honoree. I don't know why the fuck they were going to award
for
her
Christmas music.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm like, she has nothing to do with hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she did a song with ODB.
Yeah.
That's about it that I can think of, So in the video, if you watch the sketch, it's me talking about like the driver is like, "Hey man, like I'm like he's like all knowledgeable about hip hop," and then the other guy is like the friend that thinks he's knowledgeable about hip hop, and he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "Yeah, my favorite rapper is Rakim," and he's like, "Yeah, I love her."
Kim's a dude.
Yeah,
that's good.
And then he says, "Hey man, did you hear about Mariah Carey getting an award for Hip Hop Diva of the Year?"
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Yeah." And the other guy's getting pissed off, and he's like, "You don't know fucking shit about fucking hip hop music, man." And then he tells him, he's like, "Hey, do me a favor, dude. Before I got in the car, I dropped my keys over there, man, because I can't find my keys. Can you go check?" And then I get out, and I'm like, "Yeah, I got you, man." And then it shows me under the car, and then the fucking dude backs up over my head and shit. You hear the fucking melon crunch and shit.
Nice.
So I just always take it to the extreme, man.
That's good though.
That's the best comedy to me, man.
Heck yeah.
Well, for those listening, make sure you check the link in the thing. I'll make sure I put that in the
Cool.
link.
Yeah.
You
I was gonna
check
say.
out all his skits on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
Thanks, man.
So 3 years,
3 years in.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
3 years
so
strong.
aside from comedy and skits, do you have a regular job?
Yeah, I work for a company called Tella Tech, and we sell Google ads to businesses all across the country
cool.
and Canada. So I'm well versed in Google ads and YouTube advertising, things of that nature. I've been in marketing. I did video production for 20 years.
Damn.
Oh,
I
nice.
worked for the newscast, won an Emmy for my editing, and
Wow.
Oh shit!
yeah,
Really?
so I'm a video editor by trade.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I'm able to utilize all that within comedy and
That's
stuff. So,
good. That's really
yeah.
good.
Thanks, man. And
We
music
have
too.
Dude.
An Emmy Award winner on our show.
Dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I actually
Freaking
I
A.
didn't
He brought it.
Yo,
He
you
brought
brought
it.
the Emmy. You brought the
No, I
Emmy.
was looking it up because
Holy
get this.
shit! Put the Emmy out here.
You have to buy
$10.
the
We can have
statue.
it.
So I went online, and this is the website that I went to. That's the Emmy right there, dude. I can't
You have to buy it?
Can't zoom in. You got to buy the award. I know.
Really?
I know,
Really? I
dude.
didn't
Yeah,
know
it
Ain't
doesn't
that a
matter.
bitch?
It doesn't matter if you're like a station or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like
If you win
gotta
it, you
pay-
have to buy it?
You have to buy it, unless you're like
Oh,
an actor
okay.
or something
Yeah.
like that. I think they just give it to
Oh,
you.
okay.
Wow.
But
That's
if you-
fucked up.
Yeah, but if
That
you're
is
like
fucked
lower
up.
end,
Yeah.
like a totem pole,
You
know?
win it, but you have to buy it from them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I looked it up. I talked to the lady. It's $300. I got to go and give her the money, and then she's gonna engrave my name on it.
Is there a payment plan?
Nice.
No.
Dude.
No payment.
$300, man.
Fucking
out.
he's
I'm
doing
out.
afterpay on it.
Yeah,
But they don't just
I'll
give
get
it to you.
I'll get you in 3 months.
Yeah.
You got $100
Exactly.
installments.
Yeah. But you're so I looked it up, and they have like a list of winners that year, and my name's on
It's
that.
right there. That's freaking sweet,
That's
man.
really
Yeah, that
cool.
is.
Yeah.
That was this.
So
this
you
past
didn't even
year?
get notified. You had to go proactively
I had
look
to go
it up.
look for it. Yeah.
Wow.
And actually, I blame the station that I worked for because
They should have done something.
They
big.
should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And they should have bought it for you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say
Or
too.
at least,
Yeah.
or at least fucking emailed you.
So what did you work for?
Dude.
Fox?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Called them out.
Damn.
Yeah. It was a local Fox affiliate. Man. And it was crazy about that day. I remember that day so vividly because I had worked double. I worked overtime and I worked a double shift because the guy that was supposed to come in at night to do the morning news, he called in sick.
Okay.
So I was working, and they used to call me Billy the Kid because I was like really quick with editing.
Yeah.
Because I was really fast. Like I can edit like a whole hour newscast in like 2 hours, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, so and I have like the rest of the day to just fucking chill out.
Chill out.
You know what I mean? But that's because we have fucking fast ass systems. But I had all the stories ready, and then a flood happened in El Paso. It was a big flood that happened. So
So this is when you were in El Paso?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So all the streets were flooded. Everything was flooded, and then it was raining like crazy, and it was like a monsoon, and it was bad, dude. Like people's cars were like floating over the
shit.
bridges and
Yeah.
like falling.
Wow.
It was insane, and reporters were doing double, and I had to do a double, and it was crazy. But I just remember like being so tired, just falling asleep, and they didn't care if you were passed out because they knew what was up. You know, they were like, "What do you need?
Right,
You need
right.
an energy drink? You need something? You know." But
that's crazy.
I stuck it out, and thank God I did because his name would have been on the plaque.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I got that on my resume.
Nice. Hell yeah, that's fucking nice, man.
How bad
really
do you think
cool.
he feels though, knowing that he called in sick and
The
missed out?
day
on
they
it?
won
Oh,
one.
Yeah. He could have been the one. Man.
Yeah.
That's obviously something you put on your
Well,
resume.
yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
obviously it was
Emmy winner,
Yeah, hell yeah.
editor.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah.
beat Jerry Smith because he called out sick.
Yeah.
Call out sick.
Fucking Jerry.
Big bitch. Jerry Smith.
But yeah, it was good times. But I'm gonna get it eventually. So
Nice.
It's been years. It was like
Nice.
2006.
Okay. No, you can
That's
put
a
it on your
huge
resume. and shit.
accomplishment.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
can't. I just every time I get $300, I spend on something else.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I haven't
Yeah,
got
of
the
course.
fucking award yet, dude.
Well,
Nice.
now that you've been 3 years sober, you're not going to spend it on weed, so you're going
Or
to
alcohol.
get or
Exactly.
alcohol.
Yeah.
So you'll get there sooner.
Now I got a good
than,
job.
Yeah.
I can save up for it.
You're going to get there sooner than before.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it's there. It's always there. I never have to worry about it. They're like, you can order it whenever you want, and you can
that's really
only
cool.
Yeah,
three.
the Emmys aren't going away.
Yeah,
For real.
exactly.
Yeah.
You can only order 3 per
Oh,
station.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and technically, I'm not supposed to have the Silhouette Award, the big one with the girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to have that. I'm supposed to have just a plaque
yeah.
Oh, really?
because I worked for the station.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the
okay.
station
and
gets
they
the-
get that.
Fuck that station.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
I'm getting
You're
the
gonna
fuck-
give-
I'm gonna get the
Yeah,
Silhouette.
yeah. If they didn't get it, then fuck them.
Yeah, I don't even think they have it because they have 3 left for that particular category.
So they didn't even get
They
one.
didn't even buy the award for that year.
Fuck,
I'm like, that's a
man.
big deal, man.
Yeah, fucking.
Could you imagine walking into your house and that's a fucking golden globe?
Yeah,
The Emmy,
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
That's fucking
You
insane.
said Emmy?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
an
it's
Emmy.
Emmy.
Wow. It's even better.
I wish it was a gold.
So, and I don't know if you mentioned. So, how long you been in Phoenix or Arizona?
Almost 10 years, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Been here
Nice.
for a while.
So
I like
full
Arizona.
decade. How did Arizona treat you in the last decade?
Oh, yeah.
Besides the DUI.
Yeah.
Dude,
sorry.
Yeah. Arizona, you know what? Arizona changed me.
Yeah.
Big time.
In,
I'm guessing for the good.
Big time. Yeah, I think I just when I left Texas, when you're in El Paso, you know, you got to think you're in a predominantly Hispanic community there.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't get a lot of diversity there.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see. I mean, there's very little population of black people, very little population of white people, but majority. It's like probably like 85% Hispanic. Right.
Really?
Yeah. So when you leave and you go to other places or you visit other towns and stuff, you're just like, oh my God, is that an Indian person?
Yeah.
Shit, is that an
Yeah.
African person?
Yeah,
like
right.
you trip out and it's like almost you sound kind of ignorant in a way, but at the same time, you know, it's like
new to you.
It's normal to feel like that because it's new. Yeah,
right. Yep, it's new.
So, are you saying that Arizona is more diverse
than
Yes,
I would think so. I mean,
Arizona and diversity. Just I don't see.
Well, the closer you get to each coast, you're going to be. I mean, we're pretty close, so I think that's kind of where it comes in.
Yeah, not if you're
pretty
Mesa.
Close. Yeah.
Mesa is like predominantly Hispanic.
Yeah, it is.
So, but if you lived, Albert. I've lived everywhere in Phoenix.
Okay,
I've lived in Glendale. I lived in Scottsdale. I lived in Phoenix. I lived in Tempe, Chandler. I'm in Maricopa now.
Oh, really?
So, sorry for the drive.
Yeah, dude. I know it's like 51 minutes. God damn it.
Yeah. You left at noon.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know. It took me 2 hours to get to work.
Don't worry, my brother lives in Buckeye, so same difference.
And then that's another place too.
Yeah.
Buckeye, Maryville, all those places.
Yeah.
Man. But
so what made you choose, or what was why Arizona?
Well, it was between Phoenix and Austin.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess
so you were going to move no matter what.
Yeah, I chose right. I'm not a fan of Austin.
Yeah. So you were going to move. Was it like a job thing, or like just?
Yeah, it was a job thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a job at the University of Phoenix.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then I wanted to get out of the news and the broadcasting. They were paying dick, dude.
Oh, really?
I was getting like $10 an hour as an editor.
Oh my god!
Wow. And you won an Emmy.
Yeah.
For $10 an hour.
Yeah. And I was a manager, too. Well, I was a supervisor. Not a manager.
You were a supervisor editing.
And the editing
So
department.
it's basically, it was just...
So we just had an open position at Absurd Broadcasting.
Yeah. Hey, we have an editing position. We'll talk offline here.
Yeah, when it comes to editing...
We'll pay you $0.
That's cool.
But yeah.
It's on a commission basis.
It's the experience.
Yeah.
More experience.
You get paid in exposure.
We'll give you awards.
Yeah.
We'll give them to you.
You can literally make your own awards.
We'll buy them and then give them to you.
This is the
so you don't have
Amigo award, dude.
Yeah.
So how long were you in that market, in the editing? I mean, the video.
Well, total of 20 years, but in that particular broadcasting, probably like 8
years.
Yeah,
okay.
like 7 or 8. Yeah.
That's big time, though.
And then I did, before that, I did TV commercials. So I worked for a small firm, and we did local TV commercials. I did nationwide infomercials, the call now and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I did all the editing for them.
So the job now that with the Google ads, is that something that's just temporary?
No, not at all. Actually, I really enjoy
cool.
that job. I mean, I love my job now.
Oh, nice.
Because number one, I'm getting a lot out of it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm learning how to create ads.
Yeah.
And how to make successul advertising.
Nice.
So I can still be an entrepreneur on the side, start my own business,
and learn everything that you've learned. You can put it into
which I'm doing.
Really
I'm running YouTube ads right now, and I've built my subscriber base in the past month by like 300. So damn. I mean, it's like I'm not paying a lot, but the more you pay, the more you open that funnel.
Right,
you know what I mean? Right. But I'm just paying very little, and even with the very little that I'm spending,
you're doing good.
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice,
so
that's
it's
really
just
good.
It takes time, but it's like I don't have to worry about it. You just feed the meter.
Yeah.
That's it. You set it up right, and then feed the meter.
Feed the meter. Yeah. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Wow.
We're gonna have to take you offline.
Yeah, we have to pick your brain for sure.
Well, the next one is learning how to market a podcast, because I haven't figured out if there's like channels for that other than Google Ads or anything like that. But there is.
Yeah. Wait, what? No. What? I didn't mean to answer any of that. I don't know what happened there.
He has no idea what he just said.
I don't know.
Well, there's got to be like a channel that you can pay for advertising your podcast. There's got to be something that they could do banners, or maybe put your podcast at the top if you pay a certain amount of money.
It should be. I mean, it should be.
We haven't seen anything like that at all.
Okay. Well,
we've been on YouTube since day one.
Okay.
And it may be a lack of like really looking trying to do the research, but
it's got to be out
we
there.
haven't seen anything.
If not, just do Google Ads. Because Google Ads, I know they have a category for podcasts. I checked.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
We'll have to look into that.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is that?
That's a buddy of mine. He's talking to me.
Oh,
dude, I
we
know.
were talking shit.
Hey man, I get fucking messages from dudes on Facebook, and like, you guys need to stop doing. Whoever the fuck's doing this.
Oh, tell us more.
No, it's like grown men sending me like weird porno fetishes shit, man.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
Like if you're,
I'm sorry. First off, but keep going.
yeah. No, there's a couple of guys in
waiting for it to
particular that I'm not going to mention their names, but he's
Jerry
God,
Smith.
dude. Yeah,
That's a good name. That's a good name.
he sends me the weirdest fetish videos, and I'm like, why are you sending me this shit, dude?
Was there one with like feet and butter? I'm sorry.
No, that's nothing compared to the
Oh,
one.
it's worse.
He sent me this video of this girl, and she's getting ready to masturbate, right?
Okay.
And she has an eel, like an eel-looking snake type of thing. I don't know. Can eels breathe outside of water?
For a little bit.
Good question. Yeah, I don't know.
For a little bit.
It looked like an eel.
Really?
It looked like literally like an eel. So I don't know if it was an actual
hentai
eel
shit,
or if
Oh, that might shock.
it was weird. But anyways,
Yeah.
right when she started putting the fucking condom on the eel, I was like,
No.
Which the face or the other way? The tail.
face.
Really?
And then when she went towards the vagina and started, and the eel was just like doing
Oh
her thing.
hell
So it
no!
was a real one?
It was a real
So-
snake
so-
or whatever the fuck it was.
Or eel,
Yeah,
whatever.
What
or
the
an eel.
fuck?
Time out.
Okay,
What-
well now I know why
No.
she put a condom on it.
Yeah.
And that was my first question because I thought it was dead
First off,
or
what
fake.
makes
So this was
somebody
Asian.
do this?
This is an
Yeah.
Asian. It
Had to be
Yes.
Asian.
Yes. Okay.
Had to be.
Yes. There's
This
no
is
fucking
Mark-
Did I
way.
say the race?
No.
Oh my
he knows.
god, dude.
He knows.
That's awesome.
He knows all cups of tea. What makes somebody do that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. That's insane.
That's
So
What
yeah.
makes anybody, not even Asian?
Hentai porn is like massive in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh really?
And that has to do with eels and squids and
Really?
tentacles.
So they do
Tentacles.
sexual things with.
With animal.
With-
But not
with
real
those.
ones. I've never heard or seen it.
No, this
I mean,
one was real.
it's
as
just
fuck.
comic book
It
stuff.
was real
It's
as fuck, dude.
That's
It was really gross.
Wow.
After that, I went off on the dude. I was like, man, you need to stop sending me this shit.
Shit,
bro.
yeah,
This is
that's
so
crazy.
disgusting.
Was it all pound signs? Because that's what their language looks like.
Well, and here's the thing. I know what you're
Pound,
thinking. Why
pound,
why don't I
pound.
just block them, right?
Right.
Well, I know.
But you
want
wanna see
to
the-
Yeah,
I have
you
like
know
more.
the guy.
And
You want to see more?
and secretly, there's something in the back of my head.
Like, what else can you say?
I'm gonna tell him no, but this eventually
But
is gonna
hey,
be good
quit sending me
material.
this stuff.
So
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah,
Is that,
yeah.
all right, quit sending this stuff? Question mark.
Yeah. And being a comic, yeah, you kind of like you're fishing for that material.
Oh yeah.
So you keep it there on the back burner.
Keep
a little
talking about
bit.
that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Crazy shit, man.
That's insane.
Or podcast material.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now you have two avenues.
There you go.
It's good stuff.
So is your goal for the comedy, the stand up and all that? Is that like for long term, full time? Is it just?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
That's a good question. You know what? I don't really. Okay, so
haven't really
I
thought about
have
it?
a goal, but I never really thought about that.
Okay.
But my goal is to build a foundation on YouTube.
Okay, that's good.
I want to build a fan base on there.
Yeah.
I want to have a lot of
Lot of
followers.
followers, yeah.
Then I can write my own ticket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I could book my own tour.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you could be like an actual, one of those YouTubers, right? That
Yeah.
are basically
Yeah, YouTuber.
touring,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Which
that's-
I don't
people
get-
people do that.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
As a matter of fact, there's a comic that I work with, or that I have worked with. I still work with him, but we don't do things consistently. But we did a couple sketches together, and he's allowed me to perform for him and open up for him at the Improv. Is Eric Schwartz?
Okay.
Yeah. And
Name
a lot of people
sounds
say I
familiar.
kind of look like him too, which is crazy. And it's funny when I'm at his shows because people come up to me like, "Oh man, you were awesome!" Man. And I'm like, "I know you're not talking about my set. It's okay. You're talking about Eric. It's
Yeah.
cool." And they're like, "Oh, you're not Eric?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'm Michael." Fuck. But thanks anyways.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just knew, like, it was so funny because it's like the lack of self confidence that I had at that moment.
Right.
But I already knew what they were fucking talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't worry, dude. I'm not mad. It's okay.
But that's really good that I mean, not everybody has that. The
true.
sketches that you do, and you
Yeah.
have that acting background that helps you with doing those sketches.
Well, that-
and the video,
that
stuff,
and the editing, I mean,
all that
you're-
stuff.
it all comes together, man.
Yeah,
You definitely have what it
dude.
takes for sure to make
That
that
is
happen.
really good.
Sure.
Yeah, and I was trying to find my platform because when I first started, I was doing Facebook, and a lot of people were weirded out by what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
Especially family. You know,
Oh,
they're
really?
just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Because and I was smoking a lot of weed at the time, so I was just like high, and I was like,
You're just
"Fucking
staring.
put the
You're
camera
just
there."
staring, you're staring at a clock.
Yeah, I just
What
did
is
some
this?
stupid
15
shit.
minutes.
Yeah, People just didn't
It's
understand.
art. It's
man.
art.
Yeah.
It's art.
It's art. Yeah, the banana with the fucking duct tape and shit.
That's
Yeah.
actually pretty good. Yeah, having the sketches, being able to do all that background with the editing, all that's gonna be
good.
really good. Yeah,
It's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
And
almost like it would be Emmy award winning.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go.
So
That's
yeah,
really
there's
good.
a lot of things that I'm working on. I mean, my following on YouTube is obviously very small right now. It's not like where I want it to be, but in the next
In time.
5 years,
Yeah.
in
You'll
time.
get it.
Yeah,
You'll
exactly.
get it.
Yeah,
Keep grinding.
yeah, for sure. I just got to keep going. And I did music for 20 years. Also, I was a rapper, DJ, producer, and I did all that stuff. And I took that very seriously,
Yeah.
but I gave up.
Okay.
Because I had a kid, and I was just like, I'd rather be a father. You
Yeah.
know? Like, I'm going to do the right thing,
Yeah.
be a dad and stuff. And I had opportunities to go on tours and stuff, and I didn't want to do
I
it.
bet you regret that.
I do, but here's the
I
thing.
meant that to be
Oh,
funny.
so-
but-
I do regret it. No, actually, I do regret it because, but looking back, I realized that was just a setup for
Yeah,
me.
for this.
For this.
Yeah.
Because
That's
now it's
awesome.
like I have 4 music videos so far on my YouTube. And again, filming, editing,
Yeah.
doing my performance, my
Everything.
music,
Yeah, that's really
producing.
good, bud.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to start doing more original music because I
Yeah.
can still rap.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm going to go and just start. I mean, I haven't, I've been thinking about it for 8 years
Okay.
because I gave it up 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's really cool.
Finally getting back into it, man.
So how many? So since you started the comedy, or was it before that you started doing the sketches on YouTube? Were you doing the sketches first and then
You know what's so funny about that? Because I was doing I started the sketches before stand up.
before stand up?
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Okay, so you were doing sketches already.
But when I started doing the sketches, it actually came from my buddies at work because I was working with these guys and we would always do stupid shit and say funny things, and then I'm just like, hey man, that'd be funny in a movie. Like I could see a movie scene, and we would plan out the movie, and we'd be like, yeah, and then the guy walks in, and we would have this like crazy elaborate like concept of a film. And then I was just like, man, if I could just find somebody to do these roles, dude, like I would totally film it, you know? And it was all talk at that time. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
So then I went and I was just like, man, what if I did like little 30-second or like 1 minute sketches
Yeah.
of our ideas that we're talking about?
Yeah.
So I went and I did those, and they came out like really funny. And I put like sitcom music to them, and he even had like sound effects and all that shit. And now it's like I enjoy doing it, man. It's so funny to me, dude. My biggest dream is to make a movie, a comedy.
Oh, comedy
That's
movie.
like my ultimate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Above
cool.
comedy, above stand up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you have any like ideas floating around with how you do?
You
Nice.
do?
So he's already
have you wrote anything like, or
I
do you write it, or like you want hopefully have somebody to write something for you and then put it together?
I'm the kind of guy that I want to do everything myself.
Gotcha.
I've always been that kind of guy because
So you're not open to other ideas?
I am.
You are.
That's
okay.
that's a different monster though to me. Okay. But I have a skeleton already that I have built, but I haven't really put the whole thing on paper yet. But it's all in my head. It's all in my head, you know.
Yeah.
And I have access to one famous actor that I can easily pay and.
That's good. Know,
I did a couple of sketches with Debo from Friday.
Oh no! So really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's on my YouTube as well. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, it was a commercial we did for Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. And I told the owner, I was like, I'm only gonna do it if number one, you pay me, and number two, I'm in the commercial.
Nice.
Because I wanted to put it on my YouTube. You know?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, sure. He knew I was a comedian because I did comedy there. And we used to do a show there and everything, and he called me up, and it was cool because in the shot, if you watch the video, I play the host, and then I'm like, "Hey, sir, welcome to Lolo's. How can I help you?" And he didn't tell me that he was going to grab me, and he grabs me by the shirt, and he like picks me up over the counter. He's like, "What you got on my chicken and waffles?" And dude, I was like trembling, man, because
he's still big, right?
He's still strong,
big.
dude.
Yeah.
Hands are like this big. Like, he's not as big as he was in the 80s or 90s, but I mean, he's a monster, dude. And he just has like an intimidating stature.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh
but
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Behind closed doors, he's a cool guy.
Is it? Yeah, I can imagine.
That's
that
very
he
cool.
So you helped him get his new bike recently?
Yeah,
he found his bike. Good.
He finally found his bike.
Good.
He actually gave me a lot of advice, man.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and it's funny because I have footage of it, Like I'd put my phone down and I press record,
Yeah.
and I was just recording the whole conversation. But I don't know if I want to put it out. It's like one of those.
No,
like,
yeah,
just
well,
between
keep to you.
Yeah.
But he's a cool dude.
I feel like that would be like a
you can
video
always go
you'd
back
wanna-
to it. Yeah, you can always go back to it.
Always go back
watch
to
it,
it, watch the conversation. It's like 30 minutes worth of
Isn't
stuff that I can watch.
Isn't that
Wow.
so surreal? Like actors like that just willing to give you advice.
Yeah.
Like, did you approach him to even ask, or
No.
or maybe just give a tip or anything? He just started.
I was shooting a scene, and I was over the owner of Lolo's, and he was on the couch, and I was like standing above him, and I was shooting him, and the guy was just like, man, you need to get off the tripod. He told me, Debo was like, you need to get off them sticks, man. He's like, go handheld. He's like, I've never worked with a director that does those kind of shots with a stick.
Really?
Oh,
And he's
okay.
like most of the directors I work with are
Well,
all
do
about
it.
the handheld.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
But I didn't think about that. But
That was good.
and then he told me that he worked with Quentin Tarantino. He's worked with the
Wow.
director of Warriors, that movie Warriors.
Oh, yeah,
He said
yeah.
that was his favorite director of all time.
Really?
Like to work with. Is the guy that
Really?
did Warriors. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And
he
not
learned
Quentin
a lot.
Tarantino.
Yeah, not Quentin.
Wow.
I mean,
Well, you would think.
He
I
talked
mean,
really well.
I mean, a
about
lot of people talk so much about.
Yeah, but
Very
Quentin
high.
Tarantino, he's
Yeah.
But it could
weird.
be. He is weird.
He likes
He
feet.
can be weird.
He likes feet. Oh, there's that. That's,
He does like feet.
that's a funny story that was brought up.
He does.
Because the commercial that we did, the second one that we did was with John Jay from John Jay and Rich.
Oh.
And he was in the commercial. He's next door neighbors with Lolo, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't know
And,
that. Cool.
So he was there, and he asked him that question. John Jay asked
Like the owner.
Debo.
Yeah. Oh,
"Hey,
Debo.
does Tarantino really like feet, man?" And then Debo tells him, he's like, I don't know, man. He didn't like my feet, though. He never gave me a foot massage.
Yeah, I didn't rub my feet.
Yeah, and he's like, "What the fuck did you hear that shit?" Like for some reason, like he didn't know that rumor and shit.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
You didn't like my feet.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. It was a good experience, but
That is awesome, dude.
he just gave me a lot of advice, man. He was just telling me, don't be afraid, man.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Fucking-
if you ever have an idea, you got something you want to do, he's like,
Fucking
just
do
go
it.
fucking do
Go
it,
for
man.
it.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
no
I
fear.
agree.
And that's
good.
what he does,
It's good.
Yeah, that's a common thing that people say that have been successful. It's like you just got to tackle it head on. You can't.
You just go for it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't stay at your job and work that 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Quit.
Yeah.
Go do your thing.
Go do something.
Motherfucker, look at him.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, look at him.
Yeah, and it was also convenient enough for me to grow an audience on YouTube because I have a family,
Yeah.
and I still want to have that balance.
Yeah.
So I'd still want to pursue my dream, but I don't want to lose my family over it.
Yeah.
Right,
No.
It doesn't have to be that.
No,
way.
that's what I say. It
No.
doesn't have to. Yeah, no,
No.
it doesn't have to.
So
you
I-
can do both. You can do both.
I'd rather build an audience online. It'll take me a good, 10 years,
Years.
hopefully, maybe less. I don't know.
Yeah.
What were you considering other avenues other than YouTube? Like, what is the other one? Not Venmo, but whatever.
Snapchat.
Oh, Snapchat's another.
I've tried everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Everything.
Just YouTube worked better.
YouTube is great for me because I have so many ideas as far as videos. I do reaction videos.
Yeah.
I have a 12 episodes in on my Nerd Dad show that I do where I go places with my kids. And
Do you do it all under one channel?
yeah.
Oh,
So I have different
everything's
playlists.
Okay.
All
okay.
broken down into different categories. And
Okay.
Stuff. So if you're into stand up, then you can watch all my stand up clips. I have like 1 or 2 minute clips on my stand up. And the way that I edit them, I do a lot of branding on there and stuff. But it's all edited and very entertaining. It's not just slapped together and stuff. I mean, I'm an editor, so
Yeah, I know. Right.
And then I film the Fermunda show when I'm doing it, but sometimes we have technical issues again. With the cameras and all that shit glitching and fucking freezing.
Right.
So not every episode is captured, but I have a lot of material. I have tons of stuff I haven't even edited yet. So,
Really? Wow, that's pretty good.
yeah, but my goal is to do one video every day. At least.
Okay, yeah, that's
Oh,
really
nice.
good. Yeah,
Good.
that's really good.
It is a good goal.
Yeah,
Exposure.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's
So-
exposure.
And then the
exactly.
algorithm picks it up. It'll recommend it to other people.
Yeah.
And then if you're running ads, what's really cool, a lot of people don't know this, but you could do remarketing campaigns with YouTube. So if you're running a campaign, right now I got a video. I'm up to 126,000 views on one of my videos.
Wow.
You made Mark cough.
Yeah. Wow.
I know, I'm coughing myself too.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of views, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. So
isn't it in the YouTube world, and like every 10,000 views you can make money in a sense, right? Is that what it is?
Well, it's a lot different than that.
it's different now.
Is it?
They made it to where you have to have 1,000 subscribers minimum to even monetize.
Okay.
Right? To even qualify for monetization. And then you have to have 4,000 hours of viewership every month, which is a lot.
To make money. That is a lot.
So that means you have to pay for ads.
Yeah.
They make it that way so you can.
Of course. So
pay
it's
for
hard to
ads.
make money.
Yeah.
Then, wow.
But it's an investment, though.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it
here's
is.
the thing. I talked to a customer that had 1 million subscribers, and they were spending $5,000 a month on advertising, right? But that was going to get them the amount of views they needed to be able to keep making money with YouTube. So
it is an investment.
Yeah,
It
for
would
sure.
have to offset for sure.
Yeah, it will. It will. I mean, if you're making 10,000 a
There's
month,
a million.
Yeah, I know.
and investing
million
five.
subscribers,
Hell yeah.
1 million subscribers. You're paying 5,000. You should be making
You should be making bank
bank.
Yeah.
For sure.
if
So-
you're
so-
able
so-
to invest 5,000
Yeah, exactly.
and back into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm sure at that
It's either
time,
that or
5,000
you need to
is
start opening toys.
yeah, like
Ryan's
that kid.
Toys, man.
Let's do
that,
it.
That kid makes like
Dude,
over 20 million a year.
26 million.
26
He
million.
made this
yeah.
year.
It's crazy, man. And all his toys are available, which I just bought my son one from Target.
A
so.
plushie?
Yeah, no,
You
it was
plushie
the
or
big
the-
old egg.
Oh, yeah, I know
my
what you're
4-year-old's
talking about.
into
Yeah.
that shit, dude.
Yeah.
They have them at
Last year-
Build-A-Bear.
Yeah.
Last year I bought my kid one.
The egg?
Yeah, the egg.
I can't.
My niece got one.
Dude, they're
this year.
$40.
It was 35
Oh, okay.
because it was like Black Friday when we got
Oh, they
it.
had
So, yeah.
$5 off. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So-
That's a good deal. That's
So
a
it
good deal.
saved money.
Yeah.
You stood in line for that.
No, because I went to go get it was last year, so I went to get, I think it was a razor or something or whatever was on sale, like an electric razor that was like $35 or $45.
Yep, that you're not using.
Well, the kid is sort of, but it's
the
not
kid,
charged.
The kid. Oh.
Yeah, for me. and then I got him one because it was there. Whoops, sorry. And then it was there, and then I bought an egg
Okay.
for
Did it
each
have-
of them last year.
Was it a golden egg?
It was gold. It was golden.
Okay.
Yeah.
we only usually do these for a little over an hour. That's where we've been sitting at. So as we wind down with everything, I want to appreciate that you came out.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
I
No,
appreciate
that was
you guys.
awesome,
Thank you.
dude.
Thank
Where
you.
can we find you on social media?
So definitely to start off with the YouTube, it's the Michael Cardoza, THE Michael Cardoza, CARDOZA. That's my handler for YouTube and for Instagram and for Facebook.
Nice.
And then do you have any shows lined up for comedy or stand-up or anything like that?
I don't.
Not right now.
Yeah, I usually just book like, whenever I can. It's
Yeah.
not. I don't have anything like far in
You
advance.
just do like,
okay.
do you do like an open mic kind of thing, or
Sometimes I'll
Yeah.
do Monkey Pants every other Tuesday in Tempe. We just did a show last night at Stir Crazy. That was amazing. We sell out that show every single
Single
time we
time,
do
really?
it. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I've heard good things about Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy.
Yeah,
is
I
amazing,
know.
man.
I've heard him a lot.
Yeah,
I love that.
I've heard about it a lot.
The acoustics, the
sounds good.
sound.
Yeah.
It's like because it's important to a comic to be able to hear the laughs from the crowd.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's distracting a little bit if you're not focused and you're not, have a little bit of experience in that. But
Yeah, that's Albert. That's
yeah.
Albert.
but when you perform in front of like an outdoor audience, for example, or you're like in an open forum audience, like
Jail cell?
or a jail cell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
On the bench.
Echoing, right? You can't hear the laughs.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh,
and then you
really?
think in your head, I bombed.
Yeah, that nobody's laughing.
Because nobody's
Yeah.
laughing, right? But then when you go back and watch the video, you're like,
Oh, shit.
fuck? Dude, people are cracking up over that shit.
Right,
It's
right.
weird, man. Weird.
And we'll put all the links on there
For sure.
when we post it out.
Thanks. Oh, and if you follow me on Facebook, I post all my shows on there.
Oh, awesome.
Events. I
did
invite
actually. I
everybody.
just started.
so,
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
That's awesome.
So you would say that jail got you ready for Stir Crazy.
Oh, most definitely.
It prepared you for Stir Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It gave me a lot of confidence. Just performing in front of knuckleheads, dude.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, thank you for being here, man. Really
Thanks,
appreciate
Michael.
it. No, really
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it. So, yeah, and also I do want to plug my podcast,
Yes.
The Fermunda Show. So
where can we find that?
You can find that anywhere. iTunes,
Anywhere.
Google Play, everything. Google Podcast, everywhere. What is it
and
called?
Mondays, right? Mondays when you guys do your thing typically.
Every Monday.
And then you post probably Wednesdays, maybe, or like
just
Tuesdays?
this holiday season.
Yeah.
So starting this next Monday, it's going to be every Monday from that point on.
Nice.
Okay.
Very good.
Cool.
Nice.
Check them out. Good shit.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, do all that stuff on your favorite podcatcher for both his show and our show.
Square dance, hugs and kisses.
Awesome. That was fucking great show, man. Good. Yeah.